Number one way to make money work for you, okay, that is trustworthy and is one of the best for you to do is called real estate investment trust. Everybody type real estate investment trust. I want all of you to type it. Real estate investment trust. Come on, everybody type it. Real estate investment trust. Okay? So, real estate investment trust, let me even give you an official definition. Okay? And then I will now tell you, explain it to you. Okay? So I'll first give you an official definition, and then I will then give you a proper explanation of real estate investment trust. So let me read it. Okay, real estate investment trust is called REIT. Is a company that owns and typically operates income producing real estate or related assets. These may include office buildings, shopping malls, apartment, hotels, resorts, self-storage facility, warehouses, and mortgages and loan, right? So there are companies who buy cash producing assets. This is one of the big things my mentor Grant Cardone does. They buy cash producing real estate assets like hotels, apartments, stores, rental apartments, multiple family homes. And what they then do is they are able to get monthly returns, ROI, and then they share it amongst the investors, the people who put their money together for them to continue to be able to put their money into this kind of businesses, right? So they own shopping malls, they own all this big stuff, right? And as they make money from cash producing real estate assets, they are able to then put that into returns for people. So I give you an example. I'm not saying Emma is such. So here is downtown Dubai, right? Some of you know downtown Dubai, and you can see the dancing fountain. Today is Friday. A lot of people are around shopping. So this is Dubai Mall. It's believed to be the biggest shopping mall in the world. That's Dubai Mall, right? Okay, that's the Address Hotel opposite us here. Now, a lot of people can put their money together, okay, and give to a man. Give an example. I'm not saying that Emma does that, right? Give to Emma. So Emma continues to build, the biggest mall, Address Hotel. And as people shop in the mall and occupants of the mall pay their rent, as Address Hotel, for example, make money from people who lodge in the hotel, right? Then a company like Emma can then go ahead and give return on investment to those who have decided to invest. Okay, so that's called REIT. So you might want to look for a real estate investment trust company, okay, that you can partner with, and you invest with them. They keep looking for opportunities for you in the real estate sector and regularly give you returns based on the agreement you've made. So, how many of you have learned something about real estate investment trust? If you learned something today, type I learned something. Come on. Remember, share this video at least 10 times. Facebook, WhatsApp, get everybody in here. So if you're ready for number 2, type I'm ready. Number 2 way to make money work for you. If you're ready, type I'm ready. Remember, I told you, I like engagement. I love when we chat, when you're engaging me in conversations like this. I don't like talking alone. Just chat, comment. I get excited. Number 2 is called fractional real estate ownership. Everybody type fractional real estate ownership. Everybody type fractional real estate ownership. Come on, everybody type it. Fractional real estate ownership. That's number 2. So number 2 is fractional real estate ownership. And basically, fractional real estate ownership is a form of owning a piece of a big investment, real estate assets. So I give you an example. Instead of you, one person owning, let's say, 4-bedroom apartment here in Burj Khalifa, I'm giving an example, right? Okay, we can decide to say, okay, instead of one person doing that, can 50 people put money together, okay, and they co-own that 5-bedroom, and they do that a lot in Dubai as well. They co-own that 5-bedroom. Everybody's like entitled to maybe twice a year to be able to stay in that apartment. For the other parts of the year, they rent the apartment out, and the revenue from the apartment, they pay, of course, the what you call facility management fees, and these 50 people share the rest of the money. Okay, so that's called fractional real estate ownership. Again, let me that's the explanation, but I want to get you practical definition. Fractional, okay, real estate. So just so that you're able to also see the normal or typical definition of that. Fractional real estate. So let me call it definition of fractional real estate ownership. So are you ready, guys? If you're ready, type I'm ready. So let me just read out the definition. So fractional ownership is a way for small investors to own physical real estate through an alternative investment route. Online platforms like Strata, HBits, Property Share, Beehive, etc. They all do that, right? So most fractional real estate ownership are they're usually online portal. You're able to put in your money, put a piece, right? So I'll give an example. With just $1,000, I could co-own, right, a building in Dubai, a house in Dubai, and still get something on top, at the end of the day. So I co-own it. Whatever revenue is generating, I get a piece of it. Okay, these are ways to make money work for you. And let me say this at this point. You have to start thinking what I'm teaching you tonight. Because this concept of money is never enough, money is not enough, money will never be enough. And some of the method I'm sharing with you tonight is how even an employee, a civil servant, somebody who is not from a wealthy background can build tangible wealth for themselves. Okay? You can't continue this conversation about money is not enough. Money is never enough. I need money. I terribly need money. I urgently need money. As you see me, I desperately need money. So quit the conversation, the mindset, the attitude of, Dr. Stephen, you don't understand. You don't get it. It's not easy. And just quit that nonsense. Okay? Money is never enough. It takes discipline to say, even from where I am right now, I'm going to start saving some little amount of money, and I will start putting that little amount of money into all these alternative investment routes. And like what I'm sharing with you tonight are opportunities that you can start little by little, gradual. And no matter who you are, it does not affect you because I have a job. Because alternatively, people lie to you and tell you to quit your job. You and I know you can't quit your job. You and I know that's a bad, terrible idea. If you quit your job today, how do you get paid? How do you pay your bills? Yet, you and I also know that you can never be rich through a job. You can't be rich by just continuing to be an employee. You can't be rich that way. So if you're still going to be rich, you still have to figure out a way of making money work for you, isn't it? You still have to figure out a way to be able to make money without working, because this is how Warren Buffett puts it, and he's very right. If you don't find a way to make money while you're sleeping, you have to work till you die. Thank you, everybody that is sharing. Thank you. I appreciate all of you who are sharing this. Thank you, Suleiman. Eniola, for encouraging people to share. Please share, right? This is good content. You're not paying me for this. You should pay me for this. This is good content. Share across all social media platforms and get everybody to join. So very important that you know, and I've said this over and over again, if you cannot be wealthy from a job, and realistically, you cannot quit the job because you still need the job to keep body and soul together, then you have to figure out a way to make money while you are still at the job. Now, you can't do side hustle because side hustle will not allow you get quick promotion from your job because your attention is taken from your job and you are not able to give your job the best. Now, even the side hustle is also affected because you still have a job. So you are not able to give full attention to your side hustle. So side hustle is never the solution to wealth creation. Okay? Making money work for you is always the solution because when you make money work for you, you don't do any job. Your money is the one doing the job. So if you do real estate investment trust, you are not putting your time into a real estate investment trust. It's your money you are putting and you are waiting for your return. If you do fractional real estate investment I just shared with you, your money has gone in, okay, to tie down a piece of a beautiful cash producing real estate, right? And some returns are coming. But ultimately, right, and that's the beauty of this, when you go this route, your money is the one working for you. You are not having to go open a new shop, open a new salon, open a new business. You now start struggling with that business. You're still struggling to get customer. You're still struggling to market it. You're still struggling to provide time. You're struggling with employees and all of that. And you're just all scattered, right? So these are ultimately the way people become rich. This is how Warren Buffett became the richest man in the world at some point, by putting his money somewhere so that the money keeps bringing more money over and over again. So fractional real estate ownership. Now you can go research companies that do this. Somebody's asking me to mention companies. I'm not going to mention any company. None of my teachings I will mention any company except my company, except companies I own. And the reason why I don't do that is because I have done that in time past. I mention companies people can deal with. They eventually did business with those companies. Transaction didn't go well. They started calling my name on social media, right? Saying that, oh, it was Dr. Steven that said you should do business with this company, right? Blah, blah, blah. So I don't mention company names. Go do your research by a credible company you can deal with. But I mention my company name. Virtually all these businesses, we do something in them. Okay, we have a way of fractional real estate ownership with our company, so you can deal with my company. So I will mention our company and what we do in this area later. But I can't mention another company so that if something goes wrong, you don't say, I told you. He told me. He mentioned them. So, okay, go do your research. Are you ready for number 3? If you're ready for number 3, type, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Come on, everybody talk to me. If you're ready for number 3, type, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. If you're ready for number 3, type, I'm ready, I'm ready. Okay, come on, guys. I need your energy. You're allowing me get weak right now. I need your energy. So everybody, type, I'm ready if you're ready. Remember to share this video across all social media platforms on Facebook or WhatsApp or LinkedIn. Just hit the share button and get everybody here. Number 3 is called high-risk investments, like crypto and Forex. Now, high-risk investment, like crypto and Forex. Everybody type in. Number 3 way to make money work for you is high-risk investments, like crypto and Forex. Now, warning on high-risk investment. Anytime you do a high-risk investment, you have just gambled. You can lose all your money. And that must always be at the back of your mind anytime you're doing a high-risk investment. It is a gamble. You can lose your money. Everybody say, in high-risk investment, you can lose your money. Everybody type it. I just want it to sink in. I want everybody to please type it. In high-risk investment, you can lose all your money. Everybody type it. In a high-risk investment, you can lose all your money. You must know this. You must get this at the back. I don't care who is running that high risk investment. Let it be a pope, let it be whoever. It is high risk. You can lose all your money. So anytime you decide to do crypto, anytime you decide to do Forex, you can lose all your money. It's not about, oh, somebody is the guru, somebody is the expert, somebody is the... You can lose all your money. Even experts lose money. If people are going to be sincere with you, right? Professional guys lose money. Okay, it's the same thing with the money market, and I'm going to share that later, right? With the capital market, right? You make money, you lose money. So stop all this. So, you know, there's this guy, he's a genius. There's nothing like that. It's risky. Now, let me tell you the secret with high risk investment. Here's the secret. Anytime you make a profit from a high risk investment, pull out 20 to 30% of the profit. Put it in a mid or low risk investment opportunity. Let me repeat myself again. Anytime you make profit from a high risk investment, so you're doing crypto and you make profit, pull out 20 to 30% of that profit for that day and put it in a more safer option. Right? Anytime you make money from Forex, pull out, so you probably invested, let's say you invested $5,000 and it was a beautiful day. That day, I'm not saying the next day, the same day. Don't say, you know, let me just rope it again. Right? You put in $5,000 and guess what? You made $3,000 as profit, making it what? $8,000. What do many of us do? Greed. If you can't overcome your greed, you will not be rich. Right? You have to overcome your greed. So what do most greedy people do? They will put the entire $8,000 back into the same Forex. Right? And say, don't worry, it will multiply. My model is simple. Out of that $3,000, right? Pull out 30% out of the $3,000 profit. Pull out 30%, put it into a real estate investment trust or a fractional real estate, something more tangible, something less risky, something you can hold and touch. Buy a land somewhere, right? Now, the next day, you trade in Forex again, you make another profit, pull out another 30%. What you will do if you use this model is that in a space before your next loss, you will have, first of all, withdraw your capital. You will have withdrawn your capital. I promise you. You will have withdrawn your capital, right? In fact, in many cases, you will have withdrawn your capital plus profit. So even when you now lose money, and maybe you need to check out, okay? Because the market is so down and terrible, you will still be in profit. You will still be in profit. This is why, let me say this. How many of you are, you can call yourself an expert in crypto or Forex? If you're an expert, type I'm an expert. If you're not an expert, just type I'm not an expert. Remember to share this video at least, okay, at least 10 times. Facebook, WhatsApp, LinkedIn. Just hit the share button. On the groups, they gossip. On the groups, they talk about somebody else and nobody's adding value to nobody. Share, right? Get everybody involved. Share across all platforms, guys. Share. Just keep hitting the share button. But how many of you are professionals when it comes to either Forex or crypto? Just type, you know, me, professional, whatever word you want to put. Just put. Okay? Come on, guys. Yes, happy Jumat, Jinad. Right? So just put, if you're an expert, just type, I'm an expert. If you're sure you're an expert. If you're not an expert, just say, I'm not an expert. Now, good. I see some of you say you're an expert. Let me tell you this. This is where many of you who say you're an expert have put yourself and your student and your clients into trouble. Any crypto or Forex expert must diversify. Else, he is about to commit suicide. A young man, this young man is 19 years old in Nigeria, commits suicide early this year. This young man lost over 300 million naira. First of all, as easy as crypto is, as easy as Forex is, It's not a business for babies. It's not a business for teenagers. And it's not a business without a mentor. It's not something you just do without having adults guide you. Adults manage your emotions. When this guy discovered he lost that kind of money, he committed suicide. Committed suicide and died. Young man. The guy is 19 years old. We must be careful how we go into this high-risk investment without diversification. If you're doing a high-risk investment, if your brain is correct, you must diversify. If your brain is correct. Every profit you make, you must pull out 20 to 30% and put it into something else. Every profit, pull out 20 to 30% and put it into something else. It is the key wisdom that will take you far. How many of you know Otedola? Otedola is one of the richest men in Africa. If you know Otedola, type I know him. If you don't know him, type I don't know him. Otedola. Now, Otedola is a big guy in the oil business. Big in the oil business. Right? Otedola. But guess what? How many of you are aware that Otedola sold his biggest oil company? Right? He bought AP, turned it to Forte Oil, and he sold Forte Oil. If you are aware, type I know. I'm aware. He sold Forte Oil. Now, why do you think he sold Forte Oil? Why? Why? There was a new regulation, right, in the petroleum industry in Nigeria that has affected the upstream sector. In fact, the NNPC, that used to be the biggest government petroleum company, has now been deregulated, privatized, to also compete with other private sectors. So he knew that his profits in that sector, he's big on diesel and later was doing everything. His profit was going to be wiped out, and it's currently being wiped out right now. Right? He was smart, he sold everything and moved on. And then diversified into banking. Got some big shares in First Bank. Diversified into energy, right? Bought Gerugu power plants, gas plants, and so on and so forth. That is how to do business. You must understand that you are in it. Once the sector is volatile, once the risk is crazy, once it's up, down, diversify. When Otedola lost $1 billion in one day, okay, $1 billion in one day, and that's when he learned about the principle of diversification. Because oil business too was very crazy. As the foreign exchange goes up and down, it affects the oil business big time. So as the naira to dollar goes, it affects the oil business. So you must understand that if you're doing high risk, by the way, it's one of the ways to be rich. Oh, don't get it twisted. One of the best ways to become very, very wealthy is through high risk investment. The kind of money you will make from crypto and forex, other businesses can't give you. But the way you can so lose your money, the way you can so fall from grace to grass, is also unprecedented in such business. I have a friend, a mentee of mine. When I came so early, 7 years ago, when I started coming to Dubai, I preached for churches and organizations. So I preached for this particular church, and this gentleman bought my video course for about $1,000. Right? I used to sell video CDs then, audio recordings and courses for about $1,000. And then he learned about how to do cryptocurrency business. And so he did more research. He then put in $1,000. Ladies and gentlemen, I want everybody to type it. This young man in 7 to 8 months moved from $1,000 to $150,000. Everybody type it. From $1,000 to $150,000 in 8 months. From $1,000 to $150,000. Everybody type it. From $1,000 to $150,000 in 8 months. Just from watching my video. You can't make such money anywhere else. There is no investment that can give you all that. Even real estate cannot give that kind of crazy money in 8 months. But hear this, hear this. Do you know, it was the December of that year. December. Boom. He lost $40,000 in 48 hours. $40,000. So, of course, the greed that normally happens to most of you, you say, no. It's just market correction. It will get better. Okay? In another 72 hours, he lost another $20,000. Before you know it, ladies and gentlemen, from $150,000, right, it was down to $60,000. He had lost an entire whooping $90,000 in less than 2 weeks. It was at that point that he got, so it was as if his eye was open. He immediately rushed and withdrew $40,000 and left $20,000. Now, how many of you agree with me that if he has done what I'm asking you to do, which is withdraw every 30%, 20 to 30% growth in your investment, how many of you agree with me that he will not have been left with just $40,000 in profit? He will have made over $100,000 in profit from just that $1,000, right? And probably by now he will have been worth over $10 million because, I mean, this happened over 4 years ago, right? He's still in the business and he's doing well, by the way. A couple of mistakes he made, he reached out to me and I advised him some of the mistakes he made because he wasn't even in touch with me. The same me that he watched my video to learn crypto, and some of you do that. I don't know if you agree. Some of you do that. Greed. You will learn a business from somebody. You will make money from that same business. And you will not go back to that person and say, hey, I've made some money from your business. I want a stronger mentorship from you. Okay? What do I need to pay? Many of you don't do that. Many of you have done the same thing. All of you watching me. You've done the same thing, even in real estate sector. I've seen guys who started real estate business from learning from what I teach on Facebook, right? And made money and never reach out and say, Dr. Steven, I now have made money from what you taught me. I need a closer mentorship so that I don't lose what I've gained. Because listen, it takes a different, okay, strategy to make money. But to sustain your wealth takes another different strategy. To keep yourself wealthy is a different thing entirely. Right? So you must understand that, yes, I learned from this man to start making some of this money. Now that I'm making it, I need to get closer. I need to learn more. Because to sustain this success is difficult. And that's the point. It's even more difficult to sustain success than even making success. It's so tough. It's so hard to maintain wealth. It's easy to make it sometimes. But to keep it, almost everybody here has made money. But why are you still poor? Or why are you not as wealthy as you want to be? It's because you have not been able to sustain that tempo of wealth. So please and please, as you rise higher, as you build more wealth, okay, the people you learned from, get closer to them. If you need to pay them, pay. So that you are able to sustain that which you have built from the principles and the trainings and the teachings that they have given to you. If you get all greedy and say, I don't need them, it's like you use the ladder to climb to the top. And then when you got to the top, you say, I don't need the ladder again. You throw the ladder out, what's coming? You're coming down if you throw the ladder that helped you to get to the top. Did you get value today? If you got value, type I got value, I got value. Come on. Remember to share this video across all social media platforms. Get more people in here. If you got value, type I got value, I'm learning, I'm grateful, and share. I need your engagement, guys. Come on. Where's everybody? Share this. Number 4. If you're ready for number 4, type I'm ready. Number 4. Paper assets. Number 4. Paper asset. Paper assets is shares, treasury bills, bonds. Okay? These are some of the safest. They are not totally safe. Right now, the US stock exchange is red. Red all rounder. Red, red, red. So, and that's why when I started this show, I had to re-echo and re-emphasize that risk is risk, and there are risks in everything. And when you want to be an investor, you're taking risk. And there's risk in every aspect of this business that you're doing. Face the reality that you're taking risk. Okay? Never let anybody deceive you that, oh, there's no risk. In fact, anything without risk is not guaranteed. There's risk in business. Business is all about risk. So when you are doing paper assets, right? Treasury bills, stocks, shares, bonds, you must know that you are taking risk. However, there are new dimensions of this. So, of course, make sure you consult your stockbroker. But there are dimensions when it comes to you being able to do what we call fractional shares. Everybody say fractional shares. Because what many of you will say is that Fortune 500, and I've said it several times, if you want to do shares, focus on Fortune 500. Okay? As much as they crash as well, they just don't crash like every other one. The only problem with Fortune 500 companies in S&P, right, is that many of them are expensive, right? So you have your Facebook, you have your Coca-Cola, you have your Amazon, you have your Microsoft, you have your Tesla, and so on and so forth, right? Now, many of these companies is very, very expensive, okay, to buy their shares, okay? Very, very expensive to buy their shares. So what you want to do is called fractional shares. So there are several companies now that deal with fractional shares, right? So you can buy a fraction of Pepsi, a fraction of Coca-Cola, a fraction of Tesla, a fraction of Microsoft, Amazon, Google. So let's say Apple shares, I'm just giving an example, is $1,000 per share. Do you know right now you can buy a fraction of Apple shares for $50, right? That means you are buying 120, right? Right? A fraction of, right? Because at $50 each, that means you have, for you to, one Apple shares, right, has been fractionalized into what? Into 20. So with $50, you get a fraction of Apple shares. So fractional shares has been one of the amazing way people start building wealth, because this is what happened, and this is one of the smartest, wisest thing to do, right? In fact, I say smartest and wisest thing to do, because let me give you an example. As at the time you buy, let's say, the Apple shares, right? So let's say you bought Apple shares. At the time you bought these Apple shares, it was going for $1,000, right? And then you got a fraction for $50. Then Apple shares decide to rise up to, let's say, $1,500 in a space of 12 months or whatever time, right? The question I asked for you, how much will your $50 be? Can anybody tell me? You bought a fraction of Apple shares when it is $1,000, right? In a space of, let's say, 12 months, the shares of Apple move, right, to $1,500. But you bought a fraction for $50. What will your $50 fraction be as at the time Apple shares now goes for $1,500? Who can tell me? Come on, I need an answer. I need an answer. Come on, guys. I need an answer now. Who is here? Who is here? All of you are just looking at me. Anybody here? What will your share? Nobody knows maths here. Thank you, Jare Charles. Your $50 has suddenly turned to what? $75. So here is this. principle of compound interest. So here, learn the powerful lesson here. So every month, I keep putting in $50 into Apple shares. $50 every month. You see the magic of compound interest now, right? Every month. This is aside dividends that Apple gives, though. Just even the value of the stock. So you keep putting $50 every month. In 12 months, you are putting $600, right? If you do this in 5 years, right? In 5 years, right? So that's 600 times 5. Ladies and gentlemen, you put in just $3,000 into Apple shares. $3,000, right? And let's say Apple shares continue to appreciate by 50%. I'm not saying it will. We're just doing this for the purpose of what? Lecture, right? For the purpose of lecture. So divide by 100, multiply by 50. Ladies and gentlemen, right? What will be the value of your $3,000, right? 3 years after? Okay, $4,500. So you see how you are gradually building wealth for yourself. Now, if you're able to increase this, okay, to saying every month I'll be investing $1,000 every month, that gives you $12,000. Okay, $12,000 multiplied by 5, right? That's $60,000. Now, if it grows by 50%, that's how you now have $90,000 somewhere just growing. This is aside the dividends that you will be getting every year from being one of Apple's investors. Is this sweet at all? Are you enjoying this? Are you happy you're in this class? Right? So this is one of the smartest way to begin to build wealth. Fractional, paper asset ownership. If you cannot buy the whole sum. So small, gradually, you're building a massive investment empire. And imagine what this asset will be. If you continue like this, 30 years from now, ladies and gentlemen, your $60,000, 30 years from now, will be worth over $1 million from $60,000. Okay? If you are just consistent, it will be worth over $1 million in 30 years. Some of you are already 50. Some of you are already 60. If you have done this 30 years ago, you know where you will be today. Okay? Share this video, guys, across social media platforms, right? Facebook, WhatsApp. Share at least 10 times. A lot of people need to know this, and this needs to go viral. It will change people's life. So share. Get everybody on board. Are you ready for number 5? If you're ready for number 5, type I'm ready. Come on, we're losing energy. I need the energy back. Okay? We're losing energy. I need it back. Share this video. Share. Get everybody back in here, ladies and gentlemen. So, number 5. If you're ready, type I'm ready. Number 5. Investment cooperative. Okay? Everybody type investment cooperative. Number 5. Investment cooperative. So, there are cooperative society. There are communities. You have community banks. You have cooperative society. You have association, right? That you need to be part of, okay? And this can be a major game changer. So cooperative society, you come together, particularly when it's an investment cooperative society, you are able to put resources together and you start doing big things as a cooperative, right? You start doing big projects, right? And gradually you lay wealth, and every member of the cooperative always get a piece of the opportunity. So right now you can go on Google Play Store or iOS and just type the word GVest if you want to join the one my company started. Okay, just go there. Let's see. So I have an iPhone here. you can sign up from anywhere in the world to be a member of the GVES cooperative. So when you open it, once you download it, this is what you're going to see. It gives you the opportunity to log in. If you're already a member, you can log in, right? If you are not yet a member, it gives you sign up. You click on sign up at the bottom. So you put your name, your last name, your email, your password, and your referral code in case you have a referral code. You have to click on the terms and conditions, right, to sign up. And you will be able to have an account. Then for you to then become a full-fledged member, you have 3 categories of membership, right? You have 3 categories of membership. You have the membership that is less than $100 to be a member. You have the about $150 membership and the $250 membership. 25,000, 50,000, and 100,000 Nigerian naira. Now, once you're a member of this cooperative, so what do you benefit? As a member, you have access to an ATM card if you do the highest package or you pay for your ATM card, which you can use to withdraw. You earn when you refer people to become members of the cooperative. You earn if anybody you invite invest in the cooperative, you earn something. Also, you can then invest. You have fractional ownership. You can invest in and make money for yourself. That's fractional real estate. You have, in fact, something we are working on. We're going to be giving you the details tomorrow. When now, you won't believe it, you can co-own a property in Dubai, in US, and in the UK. Yes, you heard me right. And you can be earning returns every 3 months. I don't know if you're happy about that. Every 3 months, the money the tenant is paying with the cooperative, management of the cooperative, yourself and your other people who put funds together will be sharing the money. So I'll give you an example. So what we do is this. Here in Dubai, for example, we get you a ready-made apartment, secondary market. We get you a 4-bedroom, right? And we get tenants to rent the 4-bedroom. And as they pay that tenancy every month, okay, we share the amount of money they have paid. So every 3 months, you get something to your account anywhere in the world that you are. Are you excited about that? Okay? But that's only for members of the cooperative. Now, the beauty of this is that this option is also, so we have different options. We have the Naira option of investment. We have the dollar investment option. So anytime you do dollar investment option, the investment we're going to be doing on your behalf is outside Nigeria, and you can get the returns in dollars as well. So a situation where dollar is going crazy, right? You can begin to invest in dollar and earn in dollar. Are you happy about this? If you're happy, tap I'm happy. So every 3 months, you're earning something as a member of the cooperative. We have other investments as well. When we have a new project, let's say we are buying a land in Nigeria, like we have a new property in Ogudu. You can fractionally own a piece of that Ogudu estate we are launching, right? You own a piece of it, a fraction of it, and as we launch the estate, we provide infrastructure, we sell the estate. You know, after launch, the prices of our estate double. That's, 100% double. We share it together at the end of the year, the profit on that land that we have made. So these are opportunities that has been made, and these are ways for money to work for you. So the company does all the work. You smile, you enjoy, you keep doing your job, and you keep earning something on the top. So here is what you're going to do for me. So for every one of you downloading the GVES app, if you're able to download the app and you sign up today, okay, I want you to send an email to info@gvesglobal.com. Let me just do support. Let's just do support. Support@gvesglobal.com. They'll give you a PDF version of my book called The Billionaire Code. gvestglobal.com. That's the email you're going to send a mail to. Okay, support@gvestglobal.com. So once you are able to, but you must add the screenshot evidence that you created an account and you became a full-fledged member, not just signing up alone. You have to choose a membership option, right, and pay and join. So if you pick a membership option, you pay for the membership you picked in the GVest app. Okay, send evidence of your registration as a paid member of the cooperative. Once you send that to support@gvestglobal.com, you will be sent the mobile app version of my latest book. Who is excited about that? The Billionaire Code. Right here, you are able to learn a whole lot about wealth creation, about building wealth, and so on and so forth. I want to say here, and I want to say this very, very well, that success is possible, wealth is possible. You can build wealth for yourself, but you have to understand that it is a risk you are taking. Number one, anytime you are trying to build wealth, you are taking a risk. It may work, it may not work. Anybody who tells you there's a way to become rich without taking risk, let them show me that way. I am going to be the first person to do it. Let me repeat myself again. Anybody that tells you there is a way to become rich without taking risk, right? I will gladly join that model, because I will join. Somebody say, can we invest in pounds? To convert your pounds to dollars now. Right? Yes, you have a pounds account, but it's still dollar. Your returns, it will be in dollars, not in pounds. So whatever that pound is in dollars, yes, you get the equivalent in dollars, right? So, but it's important to say here that, and this is very, very important, every business is a risk that you're taking. And you have to face that you're taking a risk. Okay? No risk, no reward. The culture many of us have where we think we can just build wealth without taking risk, right? It's a wrong culture. Some of us, and we've built, all these pity party people around us who give us all these nonsense ideas. And they will even tell you, be careful, oh, they will scam you. Yes, there's a risk. I may lose my money, but no pain, no reward. No pain, no gain. But what you want to do is making sure you are dealing with people who have reputation, who have built reputation over time. Okay? And that's basically what you want to do. So someone say, please, what's the range of investment? You will see it when you register on the cooperative. You will see that. Is the registration fee the same as investment? No. You have to register to be a member of the cooperative first. It's when you are now a member of the cooperative, you're entitled to all the goodies. Right? You have to be a son now before you can be, before we can put your name in the wheel. That's the way things work. You have to be a son before we can put your name in the wheel. I love you all so much. I want to thank you for watching today's show. I hope it's been a rewarding time. I hope it's worth it, you spending this time and learning with me. God bless you real good. Love you all. Love you plenty. Love you abundant.